Himself up on the inside at Clubhouse.
This is going to get intense. Is he going to try and go around the outside? We can't get the words out. It's the blanket. You cannot make this up. You just have to watch it.
SARCO Season 5, brought to you by VA Auto Repairs. And Audi car owners looking for top-notch car service and repair without breaking the bank? At VA Auto Repairs, we're the VW and Audi specialist you can trust. Our expert team ensures quality repairs and maintenance with a guarantee of satisfaction. From brakes to engine overhauls, we can handle it all. Your car is in good hands. RMI approved, we deliver excellence at fair prices. Your safety and satisfaction, our top priorities. Book your car service today. Visit our website or call 011 315 4001. And don't forget to quote SARCO when making your booking. VA Auto Repairs, your trusted partner in vehicle care. Okay. I'm back. Good evening, everyone. A bit of a miscommunication there. Unfortunately, I have lost Carl. I was just chatting to him, and we are unfortunately man down. His load shedding schedule has changed, so I am going to be going man alone. Update from last week, we had the two 25-minute sprint races. Today is the 65-minute race. I'm just watching the time here. We have 1 minute left to go of the practice, and we'll go into the qualifying. 15 minutes is that qualifying time. 1 lap is all that the drivers are given. Really looking forward to that. After the race last week, we did have a few incidents that were reported. Some penalties were given out, but the drivers are really looking forward to the racing this evening. 27 drivers are on the grid tonight, so there's going to be lots of action all the way down the field. Really looking forward to that one. Let's just jump into the live screen. ACC TV is up. And Mr. Sean Herrero, if you are watching, I think we may have found part of the issue, because I have just recently done the update and refreshed my livery through Awesome Racing, and I can see that the LTR team in the Ferraris are not in the LTR livery. They are in the SARCO livery, so definitely something is going funny there. And lots of LTR BMWs, and that is Marius and Stephen in the BMW this evening. Then Mr. Flatout himself driving for Team Flatout with Ryan Otens. I'm sure the two of them are going to be looking forward to coming in. They did join us at the end of last season and the season before with only 3 races to go, and Ryan did manage to get himself on the podium. But it will be very interesting to see how they now fare all the way in the start of the season. That's going to be pretty interesting. So I am getting myself sorted. Let's just check here. There we go. So we are now officially ready for the qualifying. And Run, you are 100% correct. A lot of green Ferraris. So it looks like Awesome Racing seems to possibly be the issue there. So something for me to go and have a look at later on. And I hate it when it does that. So, who will be the first one out? And that has now been answered. The ACC TV closed on me, but it is now up and running. So Ulrich Diogo out in front. He will be the first one to get a lap in, as well as Jason Farmer. Saw him in the practice doing pretty good times there. Aiden Russell in his new updated pink livery. Actually a pretty cool livery that. I just hope that these guys give themselves enough space. We don't want a little incident where they are tripping up over each other. Gerry van Zyl, a new driver here this evening. Haven't seen him in a pretty interesting looking BMW. Do quite like that. As Stephen Smith, we have mentioned already, a little upgrade on his machinery that he's got. So he's absolutely having a cracker. Sean Domingo, still in his black livery. Charles Darden for Project Vapor in his a black standard livery. And we've got Jonathan in and Emily. I wonder if I could find her straight off the bat. I thought that would be in line there, but definitely not. So let's get personal bests up. So Ulrich showing that he is now on a flyer. So Ryan Oattens now will start his flying lap. And we just got to make sure we remember where Ulrich is, because he is going to be the first person who will cross the start-finish line and get a time in. So here he is now coming through turn number 6. And up on the brakes, a little bit wide there, which is going to push him wide and touch the curb through turn number 8. And a very interesting turn number 9. Just got to wait for that car to have settled. Turn it in, get the power down, and off you go. Jabaladi in his McLaren will be looking to have a good result here this evening. Fortunately, a little tangle. What has happened to Shamil? It looked like it gave him a yellow flag. Okay, back to Ulrich as he is approaching the last couple of corners. So maximum acceleration now through turn number 16 as he approaches line. So that will put him at 146.9. Next on the list is Jason Farmer. He goes and puts himself up at the top. Then Terry Wolfer goes into third with a 1 of 47. It is Aiden Russell currently at the top. Oh, Etienne. Looks like he's pulled out of that one. Grant Sebastian. He will now cross the start-finish line to get a flying lap underway. Out of turn number 16 is now Lucas Joubert. crossing the line, a 1:49.0 there for him. Here comes Shamil, a last corner, crossing the start-finish line, and now where does that put him? That puts him into... I'm so confused what has happened. Looked like he was on a flyer, but that is not a valid lap time. Chris Haneke in the Bentley. Last corner there for him. Did see two cars in the background coming around there. So that puts Chris into his 6th place. Donnie Steenkamp, currently 26th on the grid. We'll be looking to see where this lap time is going to get him. He is going to be starting a flying lap there for him. Agamemnon Veronis in his Porsche, saying that he is struggling a little bit here, but that's good enough for 7th. Adrian van Sale, a last corner for him. Cross that start-finish line. You see, I'm not understanding why it was green. But that is an out lap there for him too. So 1:45.04 a Grand Sebastian. So 4th place for him. Jean-Ray Bierkes, we know him as Frankie, in an Aston Martin, will cross the line to begin his flying lap. And we've still got 8 minutes left. It looks like the guys went out nice and early. Ooh, Shamil really battling on those curbs. So 1:47.0 there for Shamil. So in picture, Jonathan, sorry, Jonathan and Emily out on a lap together. So Jonathan goes into 8th place, and Emily, where did that put her? 8th for Jonathan and 9th for Emily. So Adrian looks like he is on a 2nd lap here. 1:46.9 there for him. So that will be good enough for 11th place. So drivers that we have not put in a lap time there is Ruan Haneke, Marius, Flip van Zyl, Christopher Radloff, Mohat Musa, Jabolani still in pit. So Morris now on a flying lap. Where is Flip van Zyl? So he is now coming out of the last corner now. So this will be a flying lap for him. Christopher Radloff now begins his flying lap. So a new livery there for Mohat Musa. We're used to seeing him in the black car. That is a pretty snazzy. The new colors of Project Vapor, and I do remember seeing that very similar pattern on, where is Andres Rodeo? There it is, that little pattern on the back, knowing that it is all part of the Project Vapor car. Pretty cool indeed. So in shot now is a Marius, and we have finally got his LTR livery to load up on that BMW. So really attacking the curves quite aggressively there as he now comes out of the last corner. Where does this put Morris as he crosses the line? That's good enough for 5th place there for him. So next in line is Christopher Radloff in a Ferrari. Approaching the start-finish line. That is pole there for him. 143.5. Flip Van Sale will cross the line and put him into a 9th place. Car number 1 missed it. So it looks like car number 1 is on a outlap. So Grant currently in 7th place. So Gerry van Zyl will cross the line. Where does that put him? Does not. So Andres Rodio now coming out in his Lamborghini. So Andres Rodio, having not put in a lap time now, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be quite competitive and try and get it himself quite high up on the field. Jabulani, I haven't seen him go out yet to do a lap. See Andres Rodio getting those tires nice and warm, weaving left to right. So not sure whether Grant knows that he should not be continuing. And unfortunately there isn't anything I can do from here right now. But let's jump on board with Andres Rodio. Jump into the cockpit. And did he invalidate his lap would be the question. Because he pulled out. That was going into turn number 3. And that looks like that is now the end of qualifying with 1 minute left to go. It is going to be a very interesting race because now quite a few drivers at the back having not put in a pit stop. There is also a pit window where the drivers would need to be cautious of. Let's see whether I can get in here. So there's the message. So we can say So that would be Shamil, Grant, and Gerry. So we just want to say thank you very much to Gareth Avisa for following us last week. Thank you very much, as well as to Ulrich Diaga. Thank you very much. There is your 2 seconds, your 2 minutes of fame. So comments coming through on the messages saying let's go team LTR, and Mohat Musa saying good luck Ruan. Mohat from Project Vapor and one of our SARCO endurance team drivers. We definitely enjoy his go, 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 otherwise there's going to be trouble. So here at Barcelona, it is always tight into the first couple of corners. We just hope that the drivers do hold their line, keep it nice and steady. See a long train of drivers, cars coming around. So that is green light, and now we are racing here at Barcelona. And Ryan Oaten slots in behind Christopher Radloff as they head into turn number 1. It looks like Aiden Russell's going to try and make a move around the outside. He goes very wide. A contact there for Radloff. But everyone, it looks like they are currently through, no touches or bumps as they head down the field. That's what we want, because now we can get down to the racing. Oh, it was almost a little touch there. But it is a Radloff and Oaten's out in front, followed by a Russell. Very, very tight there in the front already. And Christopher Radloff starting to open up a bit of a gap there as we go back and just see the middle of the field coming through at turn number 5. Too wide in some places. And the cars are still managing to get through there without, I'd say, big damage. But a little bit of contact, that's just touching. I'm not seeing cars being thrown off, which is extremely important. So here we go into a turn number 10. Christopher Radloff currently out ahead. And him and Ron Oaten's driving for Team Flat Out. And I've absolutely no idea why he would have named their team that. Rowan Heineke in a 6th place, closing up on the back of Grant Sebastian. And Jason Farmer closing up onto the back of Chris Heineke in his Ferrari versus the Bentley for Chris Heineke. There was a change of positions there. Christopher Radloff did take that back, but now is there going to be a dive to the inside? Whoa, little touch between the two teammates, and Christopher Radloff having to take the emergency exit, which is now going to have Oatsons on the inside, and I'm sure Aiden Russell's going to come through for the ride. So around the outside, just not making enough space, and looked like there was that contact between the two teammates. And Christopher Radloff, who was leading this race, has now dropped down into third place. Adrian Fonseca has got his own little battle here, and that's between himself with Flip Fonseca, and just behind is Mohammed. So Adrian Fonseca now up through turns 7 and 8, and very, very close there between the drivers behind. Let's see Andres Rodio. We know that he has started at the back. Misty Emoji is back. 80 Bond, how's it? Let's go. Welcome. We know he's not racing here this evening. Is that a look on the inside on the brakes? The BMW of trying to figure out who that is ahead. That is Shamil Mohammed. Having a car very, very wide there. Is that Flip Fonseca? Yes, it was. Getting it all wrong going into the chicane. Mohat Musa now still trying to find a way past Christopher Radloff. But Ryan Oatsons out in front, starting to put a gap in. There's a move here for Morris on the outside. Little look there on the inside from Darden. And that is Sean Domingo going around the outside of turn number 2. Absolute fantastic move there for him. And Morris now unfortunately dropping down to 8th place. Let's jump further down the field because there are lots and lots of battles happening. Memo Veronis having some trouble there with Andres Rodio, who's just gone past him. And not only that, but has got himself ahead of Shamil. Memo in his white and purple Porsche getting right up onto the bumper of that BMW. So Memo having a little show, but not committing to that move. So a little battle building up here is Emily, who's chasing down Jason Farmer, who's behind the Bentley of Chris Heineke. So now pit window is open, so those that want to now get out of the traffic are able to go into the pits. They have to do a mandatory tyre change. So the question is, will we see some people taking that advantage now, or seeing it as an advantage and going in for the pits? So far, nobody has shown the pits any love just yet. So that is the battle for 12th is Flip Fonseca, Adrian Fonseca 13, Jonathan Benz 14. There in the back comes Andres Rodio. But is this a move now for a Memo going past Shamil? Yes, he has been able to get that Porsche ahead of him. A little kick of the rear as he tried to get the power down to exit out of turn number 2. And Ulrich de Jager, a move there for Andres Rodio on the inside. Place there for not only him, but for Jonathan as well, moving up 2 places. So we did say there would be a lot of racing action throughout the field, and this is exactly what we're seeing. But out in front, Ryan Oatsons, currently fastest man on track, 1:43.6. What is happening to Andre Genre? A little contact for him there. Looked like there was something against Donnie Steenkamp. So Donny now just slotting up on the inside. Is Etienne going to try and have a move? Oh, Etienne is ahead, so getting that place. Stephen Smith in that BMW, just not able to get their car to rotate. So this is now a BMW versus Bentley versus Ferrari. And this is the battle for 8th, 9th and 10th place. So the Christopher Radloff, currently in 3rd place, has just set the fastest time of a 1:43.4. So Crunchy saying Lekker Ryan. Welcome Crunchy. I hope you enjoyed the show. So position changes there for Andre. Let's see if we can go back and see that move. And this is the move on Jonathan Benz. So Andres Rhoda getting the drive out of the last corner. Sets himself on the inside. Jonathan leaves him the space. And Andre goes through. So a great overtake there. So Andre now up into a 12th position. But Adrian van Zyl up 2 places from where he started in 15th place. So having an almighty battle here with Etienne and Jonathan Benz. A little look there for Jonathan, just put in that nose in, and Adrian looked like he just, he did clip the back of Jonathan there. So that unfortunately is possibly going to be, oh no, it just missed the, but I see that he did slow down. He did let Jonathan go through, but that unfortunately has definitely ruined that charge. So that is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th we just got to see in the picture there. But Aiden Russell currently has the fastest first sector here on lap 5. 10 minutes already gone of this race, only 50 minutes left. And still no pit stops to be seen. Oh, as I say that, I see Jonathan going into the pits. No, that's Jonathan in the pits, so that is a really good strategy. Get in, get the stop done. And then at least he'll be able to move on from there. I was just trying to figure out where Gerry is, but there he is going into turn 1. So that looks like it was Chris Heineke who's got himself ahead of Jason Farmer now. Chris up into a 9th place. Morris just a little bit ahead, but that Ferrari looks like it's got the legs. Is he going to have a look into turn number 10? He looks like he has been able to get that move done. Absolute great setup there for him. Got the drive out of turn number 9 and set it up for turn 10. Great overtake there. Flip van Zyl now looking to get ahead of Emily. Emily in 12th place. Flip van Zyl in 13th position. You can see it just toying with that inside curb on that sausage curb on the inside. So guys that have pitted, so that makes sense now, because we've got Grant Sebastian who's done a drive-through, as well as Gerry van Zyl who've done the drive-through, and that was of the instruction of doing more than the required laps. So just in terms of the pace of Andres Rodio right now, he is on the 144.9 was his previous lap, but his fastest lap 144.6, so currently 0.5 off his fastest lap. But if we compare that to the positions 9, 8, 7 and ahead, is that he is currently doing the same pace as Charles Darden, who is in the 6th position. Ruan Heineke closing up onto the back of Mohat. I wonder whether Mohat made a bit of a mistake, because he was a lot closer to Christopher than he is now. So this is Project Vapor versus LTR. So that's Charles Darden getting use of the slipstream. Would believe that that is Jonathan, knowing that he went and did his pit stop nice and early. Jonathan just slotting in behind him. It looked like he was a lot closer, but here we go. Andres Herodio now right on the back of Chris Heineke. It is Lamborghini versus Bentley. And Andre just sneaking up on the inside. It just shows you that the grip on that Lamborghini is absolutely incredible. So Jason Farmer up one position from where he qualified. Ooh, little deep into turn number 7, which allows Morris just to open that gap ever so slightly. But Andres Herodio charging through the field here this evening. Just looking at some of the comments that are coming in, is Jason, is he going to try to go around the outside of Morris? That was quite optimistic, but does show his current intent, wanting to attack the BMW ahead of him. Peter Heinemann, all the way from the UK. Peter Heinemann, how's it? Sly Pete, what's going on? And Leon de Villiers say, can't wait to join you guys. Leon, we are waiting for you with anticipation. So Ulrich de Jager, he's up 3 places from where he started, and he has got Shamil, who's ahead of him in 14th place. And just behind Ulrich is Etienne Mouton for LTR. And apologies to the LTR guys. I had ooh, something's going on here. It is Grant and Donnie. So Donnie going into the pit. Just wanted to see, it did show that there was contact here. Oh, there we go. Looks like Donnie was a little bit slower there and just got a little tap from Grant, spun him around, and going into the pits is definitely the right strategy there for him. So here we go, Jabulani versus Gerry van Zyl. So this is the battle down the field for a 20th and 19th place. And Gerry just washing out a little bit. Didn't quite get that car hooked up before he got into the power. A little caution there for Jason Farmer here coming out of the pits. And as too does Emily. Flip van Zyl getting a position up ahead of Donnie. So drivers who have currently pitted is Jonathan Benz, Flip van Zyl, Emily Benz, Jason Farmer, and Gerry van Zyl drive through for him, and Grant Sebastian a drive through there for him. So 43 minutes left of this race. We're all on a lap number 9 of the hour. Position there change for Andre and Marius. I can almost see what it is. So Andre right up in the slipstream, sets himself up on the inside. Will it be a late lunge? Marius goes wide. Andre moves to the inside and is able to sneak through and take the position. So that means that Andres Rodeo started 19 places down the order and is on an absolute charge here, because now he is in 8th place. An absolute amazing drive, and not necessarily going the fastest, but getting the consistency up, which is what you want in races like this. So side by side now with Grant and Adrian. So Adrian will still be on the inside. Will he be able to go around the outside? Grant is not able to. Louis, how's it? How's it? Saying hello peeps. Good luck with the racing tonight. Love this track. I must say I do too. It's just got such a nice flow to it, but some people don't like it. I just don't understand why. Will Grant have a look on the inside at turn 10? Not close enough to make a move. So Stephen Smith and Shamil having some contact there, or was that just the warning of both slowest? So coming out of the pits, Stephen and Shamil both did a pit stop there. Oh, Adrian is deep. He has to concede the place. And it looks like Kerry has been able to get himself ahead of Jabulani. Let's go back and see if we can pick that up. So this is the approach onto turn 10. Throws the look. Jabulani outbreaks himself a little bit. Kerry sneaks up on the inside. Wins the corner into 11. And a great overtake there for him. So Adrian Russell coming out of the pits. So this is putting him currently into 15th place. Terry Walford currently in pits, but he has been there for 402 seconds, so that definitely seems like there may be an issue there. Whoa, that was a very, very late move there for Isham Domingo. Had an absolute crack of a dive going into the pits. Is that Charles? Yes, it is. Charles Darden, who is in the pits as well. And Christopher Radloff in a second place. We should see him come around the... Hold on, let me try that again. There's Ryan Oattens with Christopher Radloff in second place. We should just see him come around the corner, is what I was meant to say. Ulrich is in the pits now as well. So great race there for him so far. Up. Okay, I'll lose that place now. So up 5 places from where he had started on the grid. Emily and Jabulani. Oh, great exit there for Emily. But it's going to be very close as Emily just clips the rear on the brakes. And now that's brought Jason Farmer into the fray here. Or is that Flip Van Zyl? It's Flip Van Zyl behind. So Flip getting the drive now on Jabulani, riding on the marbles on the inside of the track. So Flip able to make the move on the brakes. So the man in second place has decided to go into the pits, which now promotes Mohat Musa into second place, and he too now in the pits, which now promotes Morris Puerta up into first place. Not first place indefinitely, but just knowing that there's still pit stops that need to be made. So Memo in the Porsche will come up into third. Chris Heineke into second. And there's Etienne, 4th place there for him. Was that Ryan Oattens? Who was coming out of the pits there? Ah, there we go. Found him. Mr. Christopher Radloff on the way out. But why is he so far down the order? That is not making sense at all. Okay, so that is... Oh, there we go. Okay, fine. It's all updated. So he is now in 7th place, which has got him provisionally 2nd behind Ryan Ottens, who is in 6th. And that gap, 3.5, 3.3. It was 3.8 before they went into the pit. So Christopher managed to get 0.3 of a second in the pit stop. And Aiden Russell, 1.2 seconds now behind Christopher Radloff. So in the pit stop, it looked like Aiden has been able to just close up some of the gap. Message here from Louis. All good, thank you. Hope you're well. Thank you very much, Louis. Yes, we are. And 100%. It is all about the flow. You either love it or you hate it. And yes, we are most definitely suckers for punishment, man. Thanks so much for joining us. So Jason Farmer looking for a way around Isham Domingo. Or would it be in the other way around? So Jonathan Bent's down in 20th place. Really giving Stephen a massive rash in the BMW. And Ulrich Diache is behind Shamil. So this is 4 cars now. Fighting for this 19, 20, 21 and 22nd place. But Chris Haneke in the pits, and I saw him dropping down the order. I thought, what is going on here? So Ruan behind Gerry. And Gerry just looking that he's battling with that BMW, just not able to get it turned in. It just seems like it's just understeering a little bit and then gets on the power, and it's a little bit of that oversteer. So Chris Haneke in 14th place. So Morris having now done his pit, so he's now in 13th place. Charles Darden chasing down Gerry. So I've just realized that we've actually got 3 fun sales that are racing here, because we've got Adrian, Gerry and Flip. And Charles making it quite easy on that overtake coming out of turn number 9. Got a great drive through there. Etienne Mouton still hasn't pitted. 34 minutes left of this race, so this is him leading the race. And Etienne, you can take a little snip, show the family that you are currently leading a SARCO race here on lap 14. So interesting little tussle here between Jason Farmer and Isham Domingo. Because initially it looked like it was Isham that got ahead and got away. But that gap was just under a second. And Jason is really hanging on quite closely here. And has actually closed up going through turns 1 and 2. Will he be able to close it up even more and have a look here into turn 4? So Sham nice and close on the inside curb. Jason probably a tire. Whoa! Jason turning in, realizing that he cannot brake and get the car turned in, so just backed off. So that would have cost him just a little bit of time. A Memo closing up on the back of Jabulani. A little bit hot there for Memo going into turn number 4. But is there a little switch back? No, there isn't. But Memo getting that car turned in, getting the power on, and looks like he's got the drive coming out of turn 5, and he should get the overtake done fairly easily. Jabulani very, very kindly just came off the power there and allowed him to go past. And Grand Sebastian now closing up the gap onto the back of Jabulani. We've also got a Stephen and Jonathan battle. Jonathan having just taken that position. Let's see if we can get it. Yes, we do have it. So this is on the entry. Ooh, Stephen getting a little bit sideways. And Jonathan saying thank you very much. And a needle point threads that straight through. And it takes that position. So Etienne now in the pits, dropping down the order. So he is currently in 14th place. So Etienne will now join behind Grand Sebastian. And will Jabulani be able to get around him? It looks like he has been able to. So Etienne now will have to slot in behind Jabulani. And this battle will still continue. This is Isham versus Jason. And what I'm quite interested to see is that when Christopher and Ryan came out of the pits, the gap was 3.6 seconds. It is now 3.8 seconds. Why did nobody tell me that the gaps went up? Because now you can see what I'm looking at. So the gap between Christopher and Ryan has not changed. Have a quick look at what's happening for the manufacturer spread. Do you want to have a quick look at what's happening with the speed trap? So we'll just let those do their thing, and then we'll come back and have a look a little bit later. So Aiden Russell in his Ferrari closing up on Christopher now. That gap now 1.8. Which I think was probably what it was. That is a Ferrari spinning around doing a 360 for the show. I think Christopher would have lit up those tires. And unfortunately for Christopher, we have the ability to go back. Oh, that's exactly what it was. Is that he had a back marker behind him, got onto the power, and spun himself around. So Christopher, rightly so, going into the pits now. Go throw in a new set of rubber. Possibly get that little bump fixed on the front. But this would... what if it has... Yeah, so we have got a stop there for him already. So Christopher will have to get his head down, get in some good laps, and hopefully not get caught up with some traffic. And see whether he's able to work his magic and come back through the field. Where has Andres Herodio landed up? So currently 21 places up. Starting in 27th place, which was right at the back. And here he is in a 6th position. Pit stop or done and dusted. and is effectively, what's that, 4, 6, 9, 31 seconds behind the race leader, having started in 27th. Absolutely fantastic. So Christopher now out on track once again and rejoining back in 19th place, and that just shows you these pit stops and the forced tires does allow the drivers to run the cars slightly lighter. The man out in front, Ryan Oaten's 143.3 is the fastest lap there for him. And Isham is now slowly but surely just adding a couple of tenths. But this was where Jason was quite quick through the first sector. Let's see whether he will be able to close up some time there. So in terms of Jason's delta, he is up 0.1. And as I say that does drop a little bit below. But Isham did seem to go a little bit wide there. Didn't get that car hooked up. So let's see top speeds. So into turn number 1, top speed maximum is Ruan Hanika with a 269 kilometers an hour into turn number 1. So to answer your question there, Leon, pit stops is not mandatory in the 25-minute races. It is a sprint to the end. It is in... Whoa! Flip, getting that a little bit wrong. That car just wanting to overtake there. The rear trying to overtake the front as he got the power down to come through turn number 8. So in the 60-minute races, there's 2 mandatory pit stops. Next week is a 75-minute race. We are expecting the conditions to be mixed. There are no stops required, no tires mandatory. It's just about, are you able to put in fuel and what tires you need, and that's why we've now changed up the conditions to kind of force, well, do I have to put tires on or not? Ooh, Jason Farmer now within half a second of Isham Domingo. You're saying those Ferraris dominating up in front and Andre having a mega run in the Lambo. You are not kidding. So Sham started in 9th place. He's in 7th. So up 2 places there for him. Seeing some position changes, and this is Ulrich versus Jabulani. So into turn number 1. So side by side, Ulrich on the inside, Jabulani on the outside, and Ulrich having to take their place pretty easily. So Emily having a great drive here, 11th there for her, up 4 places from where she had qualified. So 23 minutes left. So that McLaren only reaching 264, so that is 5 kilometers slower. Mohat Musa, who's now done a 269, the BMW, the fastest car in a straight line. Andres Rodeo 266, so that's 2 kilometers slower, or 3 kilometers slower than the BMW. And Isham still holding the farmer back. Grant Sebastian making a move. What is he going to be doing? Is right on the back of Memo in his Porsche. So interesting section following, especially now coming into turn number 9. The downforce just washes a little bit. It does look like Grant just tapped off a little bit there to allow him to go past. He tapped off just to try and get that grip back into the braking zone at turn 10, and Memo still hanging on there. Just doesn't look like Memo was able to get that power down coming out of turn number 12. So this is going to be a German versus German power. And in the background there is Etienne. Oh, Grant going for a pit stop. Possibly felt that he might be slowed down slightly by Memo. So get into the pits, make the stop, and find himself some clear air. Ruan Heineke within a second now of Mohat Musa in his BMW. It did look like Ruan went a little bit deep there, but he hasn't lost time. So it looks like Jason Farmer followed the strategy, because he went into the pits as well. It's shown that he is now out of the pits. So Ruan goes into the pits, getting himself out of the air from Mohat Musa. Mohat released now, currently second place. Charles Darden goes up a place with Ruan dropping down. Andres Rodeo goes up into 5th position. And Isham Domingo now into pits. So we're going to keep our eye on to see where he comes out relative to Ruan to Jason Farmer. Ruan was chasing Mohat Musa. So it seems like the first 20 minutes was kind of where the first guy stopped. There was quite a big bunch there at about the 35 minutes. But now the guys putting in just enough fuel to get them a little 20-minute stint. Fresh tires and have a go. And let's see where they start ending up. Aiden Russell closing up onto the back of Memo now. Apologies. That was him coming out of the pits. So Aiden now having stopped twice. So has Christopher Radloff, who has got Etienne Mouton between Christopher and Aiden. So Aiden just getting past there. Jabulani into the pits. Jason Farmer is out the pits, but where has that put him in relation to Isham? And there's Isham just ahead of him. So the exact same positions coming out of the pits as they were going in. Back marker getting out of the way. A good job, that man. Sure, this is something. That Lamborghini is so hooked up. It just rides the fast stuff so well, because you can see Jonathan was just slowly like drifting to the outside. Yet Andre was able to get that nose in, accelerating, and just took a tighter line through turn number 3. Jason Farmer right up on the back of Isham now. Is it going to be close enough to follow him out through the sector? Slot in right behind him through the chicane, and on the way out get the slipstream and set him up for a move onto the back straight and make the move into the first turn. Let's jump on board. Is he close enough? Well, that BMW has absolute crazy power, and just leaves him in the dust. Christopher Radloff, what are you making contact with? Is that Jabulani? No, there's Jabulani in the back. So Christopher into a 6th place. And someone didn't like those boards out there and has set them absolute flying. So Memo Veronis now out of the pits, crossing the white line. Lucky there weren't any cars there. Otherwise there would have been a slapping of the wrists. So Jason and Isham really having a crazy battle here. Is this the drive that Jason was looking for? Isham goes very defensive, staying on the inside, doesn't give Jason any room there. Jason having a little show as he jumps over the curb there at turn 11. Nice and tight through turn 12. But it's going to be about making sure the exit is good through 14. Getting the power on 15. Jason's have to slow down, so that's compromised that exit. I think that he was trying to just show a little look there. We just missed that overtake. I could see that it was starting to build up, but we can go back and have a quick look. So Grant getting the exit out of turn 9. Little look on the brakes and a late move. Great overtake there in the end. And moves himself up into 13th position. So Ruan now right on the back of Mohat Musa. So Mohat has stopped twice. Ruan has stopped twice. So has Charles Darden behind him. Because Mohat was effectively in 3rd place. Ryan Oatsons is slow now coming out of the pits. That should be enough to keep him ahead, because Aiden Russell is only crossing the start-finish line. Morris into the pits now for his 2nd stop. Christopher Radloff would now be 3rd, because Aiden is actually up into 2nd place. He has stopped twice, so absolutely fantastic drive there for him. And as Morris now dropping down the order because of him in the pit stops, we're expecting to see him around that 9th, 10th place. Whoa! What was that? That was Jabulani. Was that a little bit of a misunderstanding? So Jabulani coming into turn number 1. Oh, and Mohat just making contact on the back there and kind of just giving him a little push around. So Marius is now out of the pits. Jason Farmer is really attacking. Oh, that was a spin. Oh no, he just climbed the curb, just lost the rear and spun it around. So, Louis, you've asked what's happened to Andres Rodio. Here is Andres Rodio. He's currently in 8th. He has now stopped. Remember, it is a pit stops. Back markers just getting out the way. The pit stops do have to come in play. So sometimes the guys are out of sequence. But for that last 10 minutes, all the drivers should pretty much be in the right sequence. So Jason now looking to try to get his way further up the field. Chris Heineke goes a little bit wide through turn 5, and Jason is able, no, not 5, it's 12. So Jason in 11th place, having been behind Isham Domingo for the last 40 minutes or so. Really is going to have to fight back here. Into turn 5 goes Ruan and Mohat. Ruan not close enough to have a dive. So Ruan currently 1 place down from where he qualified versus Mohat, who is 1 place ahead where he qualified. So these two basically fighting for start and finish places of where they'd qualified. So that is Memo in the Porsche just rejoining the track. It might have just been a little bit of that loss of rear. Ooh. Did he manage to keep it off the wall? Yes, he did. So that is quite unfortunate there. It just shows you the pace of the BMW. So Jason Farmer was trying to do the same thing against Isham, but just not able to get enough of the speed down the main straight to set up an overtake. I was just looking at Ulrich de Jager. He is right behind Stephen Smith. Stephen bouncing that BMW over the curbs there through turn 7 and 8. But now it is game on for Andres Rodio, who is in 8th place, right behind Charles Darden. And I don't know if you saw, just ahead there was Ruan and Mohat. So within the next 9 minutes or so, there's that battle for Mohat, who's... So Etienne is in 4th place. That is him there, but he is a pit stop down. But that's the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th place. And if I look at the lap times, 44.7 for Mohat, 44.5 for Ruan, 44.0 for Charles, 43.9 for Andre, which means that the fastest guy out of these is at the back of this train. So there's Etienne now breaking in and going into the pits. So that's the shot I was looking for. Little flash there from Mohat. Ruan able to just sneak through there. So that is, I think, Shamil Mohammed in front there. And there in the background is Charles Darden and Andres Rodeo. Blue flags now being waved. Is it going to be a lunge into turn one? Little flash there. Oh, turn one. A flash of the lights there. Can Ruan get around there as well? So Shamil, it looks like he has slotted in between them, unfortunately. And here comes the Charles Darden and Andres Rodeo battle. Oh, I missed that. Didn't see what happened there. I was unfortunately looking down. Oh, looked like a little loss of the rear grip there, and fortunately not hampering any of the battle behind there. You can see another little snap of the rear there. Sure. But while that battle is going to be heating up in the next couple of seconds, we've got Jonathan closing up on Memo into turn number 10. Can Jonathan go around the outside? Memo went very, very wide and came back onto the track. Jonathan could sneak up on the inside. Contact between the two. So place there for Jonathan. Memo now dropping down. But let's go back to this battle, because it's, as Carl Lawrence says, it's the blanket. I called it the four-way horse, but Mohat Musa has been able to open up a gap there, nearly 2 seconds between himself and Ruan. Andres Rodeo right up behind Charles Darden now. So if ever there was pressure, it's definitely going to be now in the last 5 minutes, because 3 laps to go. And as I say that, Ryan Oatson's puts in an absolute crack of a last lap. Not the 33.8, but the 43.1. 43.8, 43.1 was his best 2 laps ago. And now taking that fastest lap away from Christopher Radloff. But this looks like it's a textbook overtake there for Andres Rodeo. Tightening up on the inside. So for those who have not done their pits, and I've scrolled down, everyone has done their pits, so everyone's good. So Charles Darden now down the order to 7th place. Andres Rodeo in a 6th position. But Ruan is not letting this fight go down just yet. It was 2 seconds at the beginning of this lap. Ruan has been able to close up half a second. Andres Rodeo is coming as well. And both Ruan and Andre are positive on their deltas. So Ruan up 0.2, Andres Rodeo up 0.4 on his fastest lap. So now down the hill into turn number 14. Ruan taking a much straighter line through there. Ooh, Andre tacking that curb. So that gap now opening up, and will Andres Rodeo put in a 43.0, 44.0 is that lap time, fastest one there for him. So Andre now 1.2 seconds behind the man in shot, Ruan Heineke. And Etienne closing up on the back of Emily. Oh, that's a three-way horse right there. Is that Jabulani's car? Oh, Flip Vincel and Shamil. Was there contact there? Oh, I keep saying Flip Vincel. I see Vincel. That's actually Adrian. So Shamil now going up into 21st place. And Etienne still trying to battle and find a way around Emily. Oh, a little understeer moment there. So there will be this lap plus one left with 2 minutes 18 to go. So side by side now is Etienne and Emily, and as the corner sweeps to the right hand side, Emily is able to move up, just open a bit of a gap there. Etienne's just a little bit wide, but can he try the cutback? Because now has an opportunity to set something up on the inside into turn 5. And he has been able to do it. Has he gone a little bit too hot? Emily's going to do the cutback. They are going to be side by side through turn 6. Emily will have the inside now through 7 and 8. Etienne will have to just back off. But now you can set up the drive back up the hill. Just be patient. Let her give him the slipstream through turn 9. And I'll set up an overtake. No! Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we can see it from here. Just not enough room there for Etienne to get past. Oh, just missing Emily in the background there. So a contact there between the two. And unfortunately, Emily not the one surviving out of that. So confirmation there that Ryan Ottens has across the start-finish line to begin his final lap. Back marker just allowing him to go through. And that is Etienne. Jason Farmer versus Marius. It showed that there was contact between them. Ruan Haneke and Charles showing there's contact there as well with Mohat. Where is Mohat? Mohat is further back. Oh! So we didn't see enough of what happened there. So did Mohat clip that curb and unfortunately lose it there, because now he is dropped down to 7th. Ruan Haneke in 6th, but Charles Darden getting up into 5th place. But look at that, Andres Rodio up 23 places here this evening. Absolutely a cracker drive. Would have loved to have seen how this would have ended if he was further up the order. So out of the final corner for the final time is Ryan Ottens. He will cross the line to take that first place. Aidan Russell will come home in as second place. A great drive there for him from Project Vapor. Then in third place, the man from Team Flat Out will come home in a third, with Andres Rodio, the absolute another sterling drive there for him, 4th place. There's Charles Darden just in the background there, will take a 5th. Ruan Haneke, a 6th there for him. Mohat in a 7th place, with Isham Domingo further down the field. And could this be... It looks like Ruin is trying to give the place to Mahat, and Mahat is saying, well, no, I don't want it. Obviously lost it fair and square, and they're both going to stop at the line. Well, I'm sure Ishan Domingo is going to be happy with that. He's going to cross the line and take 8th place. Marius in 9th place. Jason will come home in 10th with Chris Heineke 11th. Tough drive there for him. Grant Sebastian 12th. Flip Van Zyl 13th position there for him. Etienne Maton 14th. Emily 15th. Jonathan Benz in 16th. Memo 17th for him. Stephen 18th. Ulrich 19th. Donnie Steenkamp 20th. Adrian Van Zyl in 21. Let's just get rid of that. Adrian Van Zyl 21, Shamil 22, Lucas Jobert 23, Jean Rebekes 24, Jabolani in 25th place. So guys, we are just going to get the top 3 into the podium, and we will be back shortly. So give us a moment and we'll go into those interviews.
Attention VW and Audi car owners. Looking for top-notch car service and repair without breaking the bank? At VA Auto Repairs, we're the VW and Audi specialists you can trust. Our expert team ensures quality repairs and maintenance with a guarantee of satisfaction. From brakes to engine overhauls, we can handle it all. Your car is in good hands. RMI approved, we deliver excellence at fair prices. Your safety and satisfaction, our top priorities. Book your car service today. Visit our website or call 011 315 4001. And don't forget to quote SARCO when making your booking. VA Auto Repairs, your trusted partner in vehicle care.
On the ass.
This is going to get intense. Is he going to try and go around the outside? We can't get the words out. It's the blanket. You cannot make this up. You just have to watch it.
SARCO Season 5, brought to you by VA Auto Repairs.
Thank you guys very much. Yes, SARCO Season 5 is brought to you by VA Auto Repairs. All the details are in the description below. Go check them out. If it is from maintenance service, clutch, brakes, they do it all. VW or Audi specialist, go check them out and support the brands that support SARCO. Let's jump directly into the driver interviews, and we'll start off with Mr. Flatout himself. Just talk us through that little spin. It looked like you got yourself trapped up a little bit there behind a back marker, hit the accelerator and did a donut for us on camera.
Yeah, unfortunately I got caught out by a back marker going off track and tried to avoid him. So while climbing on the brakes, I bumped him and then spun the car around. And then when I spun around, I decided, well, why not do a donut for the crowd?
Thank you so much. It was most enjoyable.
Yeah, and just unfortunate with the back marker, but anyway, that's one of those things. It's racing, it happens.
And it's exactly what happens with this format. You throw in the 2 pit stops and it does create this mini enduro where all of a sudden there's just cars all over the place. They're out of sync, and it definitely does change the dynamic a bit.
Absolutely.
Aiden, let's go to you. Absolutely sterling drive there, and I'm pretty sure when you saw Christopher doing his little donuts, I'm sure you took that with a piece of cake.
Yeah. So I definitely got very lucky there. I felt really bad. But
Never feel bad. Never feel bad.
I saw him, I waved hello and I managed to get past. And then, yeah, it was pretty much a boring race after that, just trying to manage my tires and just keep a decent pace. Because I couldn't catch Ottens, he was just way too quick. He found some other pace towards the end there. So, yeah, I just wanted to keep my P2 and just, like, settle in.
I just wanted to check if... No, it's gone. I'll say I can tell you what that fastest lap time was. And it came like lap 30, which is like later on. So low fuel, new tires. That's expected, man. Come on.
Yeah, it was very hard to catch in there towards the end, but yeah, it was a good race overall.
Well, look, for next week, if you do want to make it a little bit interesting, you can do what Andres Rodia did. He started in 27th, invalidated his lap, and fought his way up into 4th. So, pretty sure that you can try that next week.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a look, actually. Maybe.
Ryan, then, this is probably the first time you haven't qualified on pole. And Mr. Radloff, some argy-bargy in the front there for the first couple of laps, and that turn 1 incident was pretty interesting. So one of you needing to take the little ramp curb into turn 1. Can you take us through that?
I did apologize for the full hour. It's a great. And he's keeping tally, so apparently I owe him 2 now. So it's getting bad, but we'll give it to him when the time arrives.
So when it's least expected, you just can get one from behind. Boom! Cheers.
Yeah, and I can't even complain.
No, 100%. So look, just in terms of the pace, obviously really, really consistent, and similar to what Aiden had said, probably a boring race for you after the first round of pit stops.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden was really quick for the first 20 odd minutes. I mean, he was right there and looked like a good race. And then, yeah, I'm not really sure why, but it just seemed like I was able to maintain pace after that, and he was losing a bit. So, other than that, yeah, I mean, good fun getting through everyone, as you said, Nana, with all the pit stops happening and new tires. It's the first time I've done a race like that, so interesting. And yeah, you constantly sort of have people to get around, so it does make it interesting and fun and scary all at the same time. We hold our breath every now and then, you know.
Almost as scary as our Monday night arrive and drive.
No, that was good fun, man. That's very like that.
Absolutely awesome. A great result there for you. And I'm sure that you can rag Mr. Radloff, because I believe that at the beginning of the driver's briefing, I said, "Is this yours to win?" He's like, "I think so." Well,
you didn't realize you had me as a teammate.
100%.
You told him after briefing.
Great show there for Team Flat Out. Well done, guys. And we're really looking forward to seeing what happens at the next one, where once again those conditions change once again. There's no pit stops, but who knows, there might be a little bit of rain somewhere in that race, so really looking forward to that one. So tune in for next week when we go to round number 3. And I thought I had it open. I did not have it open. So in T-minus 2 minutes, I will tell you what the next race is.
Paul Ricard.
That is correct. So Paul Ricard, 75 minutes, no pit stops, no tires, but expect a little sprinkling, because the rain in Spain will fall in France. So we're looking forward to that. Guys, thank you to everyone who joined us on the stream. All the comments coming through. Some of our new visitors. We had a Crunchy that was shouting for Uncle. Well, sorry, he said Oom Ryan. So welcome, Crunchy.
You feel old.
Listen, I get called Oom now as well by Ruan. Like, geez, like. And then thank you, Louis, for coming back and saying how's it. Always cool. And 80. Obviously not racing with us now due to circumstances, but awesome to see you watching the stream. Big thank you to VA Auto Repairs, our sponsor for the series, as well as NAG, who give us the service for the practice, as well as MSI, who support us with the streaming equipment. Guys, thank you very much. We will see you next week. So thanks for watching. Keep racing, and we'll see you next week.